Hey guys, my name is Mohit, and in this video we are going to have a look at Microsoft PowerToys, which is a neat piece of software you can use to maximize your productivity if you are running a Windows 10 or Windows 11 PC. So yeah, without any further delay, let's get right into the video. By the way, this is going to be a long video, so I've provided chapters in the timeline. You can just go ahead and skip to any part that you want. So yeah, without any further ado, let's get right into the video. So yeah, we are at the PC right now, and first let us talk about the compatibility. So if you are on Windows 11, no need to worry, you can just go ahead and install Microsoft PowerToys. But if you are on Windows 10, you need to be at version 2004 or build number 19041 or later. Now, how to check that? So basically you need to press the Windows and R key at the same time, and then the run dialog box will open. Now here you need to type cmd to open the command prompt. Now once you get the command prompt up, you need to type winver, which will open this about Windows dialog box. Now here you can just check out the version and the build number. So yeah, once you have checked the compatibility, and if you are not compatible, you can just update to the latest version of Windows. And yeah, that's it about the compatibility. Let us now go ahead and actually install Microsoft PowerToys onto our system. So yeah, the easiest way to install Microsoft PowerToys is to just go on the Microsoft Store and search for PowerToys. So I'll go on to the Microsoft Store right now. Now here you can just search for PowerToys, and basically you want to go with the first result. So it's Microsoft PowerToys. You just need to click install here and wait for it to install. So yeah, I'll meet you when the installation finishes. And now in between the installation, you'll get this user account control warning, so you just need to click yes. As you can see, the installation for Microsoft PowerToys has finished. Now you just need to open it, and you can just search for it and open it. So the first time you'll open the PowerToys, you'll get something like this, right? So now if you want, you can also install this from GitHub or from the official Microsoft website, but I guess the easiest way is from Microsoft Store, right? Now once we have got PowerToys up and running, now is the time to look at the features that it offers. So there are a bunch of useful features. I'll go through them one by one, and you can just go to the one you want by clicking on the chapters of this video. So first up, we have got always on top. So always on top is a easy way to pin any window on your screen. So for example, if I have a calculator on my screen that I want to keep visible, and I don't want it to go out of focus whenever I go on to any other window. So let me demonstrate this feature. So if I open the calculator, you can see the shortcut for always on top is Windows Control T. So if I go to calculator and press Windows Control and T at the same time, you can see that it is pinned now. And if I click on any other window, it will stay on top of all of them. So for example, if I go to Microsoft Store, then also it stays on the top. Now if you want to disable this particular feature, then you can again press the same keyboard combination and it will go out of focus. So now if I click on any particular window, it will go out of focus. So yeah, that's a pretty neat feature. Next up, we have PowerToys Awake, which is useful for the type of people who don't want to go deep into the control panel to manage their power settings. Basically, if you ever felt the need to tweak your power settings, the sleep or the awake time, you know how painful it is. You have to go into control panel, then power settings and all of that. So PowerToys Awake makes it easier to do just that. You can just enable Awake and it will appear in your start menu icons here, and you can see that PowerToys Awake is here. You can just select the mode, which is keep awake temporarily or keep awake indefinitely, and yeah, that's it. Next up we have color picker. So if you are a UI UX designer and you are looking at a mockup and you need to see which type of color is displayed on your screen, then you can just use this color picker. So basically, if you want to know the color of any particular pixel on your screen, you just have to press the Windows Shift C shortcut and it will display the color picker. So for example, I want to know what is the color of, let's say, this image, then I can just click on it and it will display the hex code, RGB code and HSL codes. Now if you require any other type of color formats, you can just go on the bottom and turn on the color codes that you want or the formats that you want. So next up we have fancy zones. So if you are a type of person who likes to work with multiple apps on your screen at the same time, then you can use this feature. So basically you can create custom zones for your windows and for your apps, and you can just drag and drop them so they fit into that particular size. So to use this, you just need to grab like a window and press Windows and Shift key at the same time. So this fancy zones will pop up and you can just drag your apps into them. For example, I have, let's say, File Explorer open and I have like a browser also open. So I can just grab them and press Windows Shift, grab into a zone, go to another app, do the same thing, and yep, that's as simple as that. Next up we have File Explorer add-ons. So there are particular types of files like .svg, .pdf or .markdown, which is the markdown file you can see in your like a GitHub README, for example. Then these types of files are not natively supported in the Windows Explorer preview pane. So what you can do is use File Explorer add-ons to display those particular kind of files. So if you go to the File Explorer add-on section and enable the SVG, Markdown and the PDF toggles, you can just go to like any folder. For example, I've made a new folder with all the types of files here. Then I can just click on them and the preview of each type of file will appear in the preview section. So this is a .svg file. You can see that it is being displayed here. So yeah, that's a pretty neat feature and a pretty handy one. Next up we have image resizer. So if you want to resize multiple images to a specific dimension, then you can use this. So for example, if I go into that same folder, then if I have, let's say, Microsoft Edge icon here and I want to resize it, for example, if I right click on it and go to resize pictures, then I can hopefully see this drop down in which I can select the size that I want to go with. So if I select medium and click on resize, then you can see a new image is created with the particular dimensions that I have. So you can also go ahead and enter your own custom dimensions here. It will work just fine. Next up we have Keyboard Manager. So Keyboard Manager is a utility that allows you to just remap a particular combination to another one. So yeah, you can also use this. Next up we have mouse utilities. So mouse utilities allows you to find your mouse anywhere on screen. So if you are having a very large display with a high resolution, then you can just use this to bring your mouse into focus. Pretty niche but still useful. So as you can see, the shortcut for find my mouse is pressing left control twice. So if I quickly press left control twice, then you can see the mouse cursor is highlighted. Apart from that, if you want to separate your left or right clicks, then you can also use this shortcut, which will enable the mouse highlighter. So if I press Windows Shift H and if I right click or left click, you can see the colors are different. And you can also use mouse pointer crosshairs to find the display of your mouse anytime. So if I enable it and press Windows Alt P, then you can see the crosshairs are being displayed around my mouse. I'm gonna turn it off for now, by the way. Next up, we have power rename. So if you want to rename a batch of files at a particular time at once, then this is very handy. So if for example I go into any folder, now I need to replace the icons in these 3 files into, let's say, high res icons. Then I can just right click on it, show more options, and click on power rename. Now for example, if I type here icons and I replace it with high res icons, and then I click on apply, you can see that the names of all 3 files are changed. So that's a pretty handy feature, and it may save a lot of time if you want to rename a lot of files. Moving on, we have PowerToys Run. So if you just came from Mac and you missed the Spotlight search feature, then this is for you. So basically it's Spotlight search for Windows. And to activate this, you can just press the Alt and space key at the same time. It will bring up this particular search area where you can type any input you want. So for example, I need to, let's say, open Brave. Then I can just type and run the application, as simple as that. Now I need to run, let's say, File Explorer. I can just search and it just works, right? Moving on, you have QuickAccent, which is a way to type accented characters easily and quickly. So for example, if I open up Notepad here and I type, let's say, PowerToys, so in an accented manner. So if I press O and the left or right key at the same time, then it brings up this bar of accented letters. So I can just select one of them and I'm good to go. For the Indians out there, if you are looking for a quick way to type the rupee symbol, here's a pro tip. Go ahead and press the R key, and then at the same time you have to press the left or right key, like right arrow key. Then you will get this bar and you can just type the rupee symbol. How cool is that? Next we have screen ruler. So screen ruler allows you to measure the dimensions of any particular area on your screen. So for example, I need to know what is the size of this particular image on my screen. I can just go ahead and use the shortcut Windows Shift M to bring up the screen ruler, and I can just select this and measure the size. So it's approximately 117 to 115 pixels, so I can get a rough idea of the size of anything which is being displayed. Next we have shortcut guide. So if you are a kind of person who uses shortcuts heavily, which you all should, then this is for you. So if you are on any state in your PC, on any screen, or on the desktop or anywhere else, if you use this shortcut, which is Windows Shift and backslash, you can look at the shortcuts which are available at that particular state. So I'm on desktop right now, and if I press Windows Shift and backslash, then I can see the list of available shortcuts. So for example, if I want to, let's say, open the Action Center, then the shortcut would be Windows A. Let's see. So if I press Windows A, see the Action Center appears. Now let me again look at the shortcuts, and if I want to open the settings, if you want, then I can just press Windows I, which will open up the settings. Next up we have a pretty useful feature which I think, text extractor. So if you are going to use OCR, which is optical character recognition, on your screen, basically what you have to do is take a screenshot, then use Google Lens or any online website, dodge through those pesky ads. So you can use text extractor. So for example, if I'm not able to copy this particular text, I can just like press Windows Shift P, select the text that I want to convert, and now if I go into Notepad and use Ctrl V, you can see text extractor appears. And yeah, it's very handy and very simple. Last but not the least, if you are a kind of person who is constantly bombarded by online meetings, then you can use video conference mute, which is basically a tool you can use to globally mute your mic and your camera in every app that you use. So you can just turn it on and use these shortcuts to mute your camera and microphone. So yeah, that was all for this video. All the links to any website will be linked in the description box down below. You can just go on and have a look at them. And if you like the video, don't forget to hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more of these contents. If you have any questions or suggestions, you can just drop them in the comment section down below. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.